Welcome to the He's Got Issues Independent Comics Edition number 143.3. I'm John Cooney here to preview new independent comics being released October 15th, 2014. And if the recording sounds a little different this week, it's because I'm on the road recording in Yosemite. That doesn't stop new books from being published. So let's get started with Boom Studios' An Amazing World of Gumball number 3. It's a game of truth or dare, and Gumball is determined to win. He's going to prove that he's got the guts, and he definitely wants all the glory and completing all the dares without ever having to resort to a truth. Hopefully no one breaks an arm. Next we've got Clive Barker's Hellraiser Bestiary number 3 of 6. The trip through the Cenobites Bestiary continues. This month, Ed Breeson of Sheltered and Alexis Zirit of The Package shows us how smartphones and the Lumberjanes device are connected in Conduit, while in Puzzled, a young man with an aptitude for solving puzzles finds refuge with the legendary device. And finally, Pinhead erupts against the forces amassed against him in Part 3 of The Hunted. We've also got Evil Empire number 6, new story arc. With the true facts of the Evil Empire revealed, the entire world has been turned on its head. Those who never thought they'd find themselves on the opposing side of society now have to resort to conforming to evil or go into hiding. Reese is now the leader of the underground resistance, but with the lines between right and wrong so blurred, she'll have to watch her every move. Next we have Jim Henson's The Storyteller Witches number 2 of 4. Kyla Vanderklugt, artist of Sepra and Archaea's 2014 comic book day Labyrinth story, tells a beautiful Japanese tale of the Snow Witch in a gorgeous horizontal format standalone issue. When an old woodcutter and his young apprentice are caught in a blizzard, a mysterious woman dressed in white appears and freezes the woodcutter to death before eating his soul. She spares the apprentice if he vows never to tell of what he's seen, but keeping his word may not be so easy when he falls in love. We've also got Last Broadcast number 6 of 7. With truths revealed, Harumi, Nico, and Damon have to team up with Jackpot and the Nonchalants in order to get Ivan back from SPI. But with so many things going wrong all at once, how can they be sure who to trust, even amongst themselves? Next we have Lumberjanes number 7. It's a race through the woods and through everyone's favorite cave of doom as the Lumberjanes make their way through previous obstacles. Now they know what answers they're looking for, and they're not going to leave until everything is out in the open. Only it looks like the boys' camp might have other ideas. We've also got Peanuts number 22. When stars fill the skies, Charlie Brown, Lucy, and Linus must seek out the one star that can be called Charlie Brown's own. Charlie Brown's Star and many more brand new adventures like Dostoevsky and Sally's Great Pumpkin can be found in this exciting issue of Peanuts. Next we have Sleepy Hollow number 1. After dying on the battlefield during the Revolutionary War, Ichabod Crane awakens in present-day Sleepy Hollow, New York. His resurrection is tied to the reappearance of the Headless Horseman, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Realizing it's his mission to help stop the end of the world, Ichabod teams with Lieutenant Abby Mills to meet each evil threat head-on. When minor miracles start to sweep the town, they're glad something good seems to be happening for once. No decapitations, no headless horsemen, no worries, right? But as one by one the miracles start to backfire, more and more violently, Abby and Ichabod must find time between saving the world to save the citizens of Sleepy Hollow. We've also got Sons of Anarchy number 14. With the Slaughter and Sam Taz allied, Jax must find a way to break apart their allegiance before they plunge Charming, and possibly the entire state, into a dangerous bloody gang war. Next we have Steven Universe number 3. Greg Universe plans on entering Beach City's monthly open mic night to really show Steven in Beach City that even though he may not have a lot of hair, he is Greg Universe. Meanwhile, the Gems are busy tracking down a beast that the residents of Beach City claim exists but cannot be confirmed. It's nothing but fighting and mighty fine tunes in this super fun issue. We've also got Uncle Grandpa number 1. Uncle Grandpa is everyone's magical uncle and grandpa, and he's come to help kids with their problems in surreal and wacky ways. It's a collection of zany shorts, games, and strips starring Uncle Grandpa, Pizza Steve, Mr. Gus, and all the other crazy characters from the hit Cartoon Network show created by Peter Braungart. And we've got Wild's End number 2 of 6. The search for the cause of a devastating fire that has left Crowchurch in mourning leads Clive and the others deep into the forest where they meet a new ally combating an alien threat at her door. From Dark Horse Comics, we've got B.P.R.D. Hell on Earth number 124. Life goes on in Santa Fe despite the Ogdru Hem on the edge of town, but the B.P.R.D. comes to town too late to help at least one guy, and probably a lot more. Next we have Black Sky Sampler One-Shot, a mysterious dimension hopper, a psychokinetic prodigy, a beautiful and vengeful specter, a socially inept sorcerer. Only they can deliver us from the black sky. Don't miss this value-priced primer with 4 action-packed issues. Enter the thrilling universe of Dark Horse superheroes. Contains Blackout #1, Brain Boy #0, Ghost #1, and the Occultist at Death's Door #1. We've also got Criminal Macabre, the third child #2 of 4. Monsters everywhere have gone insane, and Cal knows this is far from over. With the sorcerer Hemlock returned and seeking revenge, will Cal be able to battle both the monstrous outside and the one within? Next we have Dark Horse Presents #3, Wars Being Waged While You Sleep, and It's a Nightmare in Brandon McCarthy's Dream Gang. Steve Horton and Michael Delinas weave a new tale from Nameron in Amala's Blade. Tyler Jenkins explores Vikings and sacrifice in The Chaining, and Ricardo Delgado's Age of Reptiles returns, plus new chapters of Peter Hogan and Stephen Parkhouse's Resident Alien, and Jimmy Palmiotti, Justin Gray, and Andy Coons Wrestling with Demons. We've also got Prometheus Fire and Stone #2 of 4. After landing on LV-223, a recovery crew uncovers the fate of the Prometheus doomed mission and a horror unlike anything known to man. Next we have The Strain, the Night Eternal #3. As Ephraim Goodweather descends further into madness, dissecting an injured vampire and convinced that he can find something within its physiology that will give the rebellion an advantage, Vasily Fett finds an unlikely ally and makes a deal with someone very close to the Master. Meanwhile, Nora Martinez finds herself within the gates of the mysterious and terrifying Camp Liberty, a place no one ever leaves. We've also got Terminator Salvation, the Final Battle #10 of 12. With humanity on the verge of extinction and his resistance shattered, a broken John Connor parlays with Skynet in a final desperate effort to overcome the psychotic genius of Thomas Parnell and his Terminator thralls. Next we have Vale #5 of 5. The mysterious young woman named Vale fights to escape the powerful men controlling her. There's only one person she can trust, but he's about to learn that love, whether it's twisted or pure, always demands a sacrifice. From Eisner Award-winning writer Greg Rucka, his next great heroine is not what you expect. And we've got Witchfinder, The Mysteries of Unland #5 of 5. Sir Edward Grey digs deeper into the shocking truth about Unland, even as the city drowns in the rising waters. With the help of a mysterious woman, Grey faces raging waters and the eel assassins that have haunted his every step. From Dynamite Entertainment, we've got Alice Cooper #2. Alice Cooper has escaped the dark clutches of Lucius Black, only to find himself in the thrall of a new master. But if the Lord of all Nightmares hopes to ever control his own destiny and restore his shock and roll legacy, he'll have to put some more bullies in their place first. Next we have Army of Darkness, Ash Gets Hitched #3 of 4. The dark forces are closing in on Ash and Sheila. Ash must venture to the one place he doesn't want to go to make it to his wedding alive. We've also got Devlers #4 of 7. A Devler dies right here. As the true villain is revealed and the supposed king of hell is deposed, the Devlers face their worst nightmare, a world too far gone to be saved. Next we have Flash Gordon #6. Smile, You're Saving the Universe. Flash Gordon and Dale Arden and Professor Zarkov are taking apart Ming the Merciless's empire piece by piece and having a ball doing it. We've also got Magnus Robot Fighter #7. In this issue, transmat catchers, soft robots, computers that are guns, ultra-violent versions of video games that aren't actually video games because everybody that plays will probably die. Welcome to the Butcher Block from acclaimed creators Fred Van Lent and Corey Smith. Next we have Red Sonja, the Black Tower #2 of 4. The mystery behind the Black Tower comes to a head. As the fortress finally opens its doors, what emerges is something so shocking, so unlike anything Red Sonja has ever faced before, that it'll change her world forever. Could the enigmatic tower's secret finally signal the end of our favorite she-devil with the sword? We've also got Turok Dinosaur Hunter #8. Can a dinosaur-riding Native American stop the Mongol invasion of North America in 1210 AD? Will our hero switch sides and become the Khan of the New World? Don't miss the shocking conclusion to the West Towards Home storyline and the revelation of the destiny of Turok Dinosaur Hunter and Altani, captain of the Mongol Skyriders. And we've got Twilight Zone Lost Tales one-shot, 3 new tales of the strange and unsettling by Mark Rayner. A former terrorism detainee hunts down the ailing politician who authorized his torture to deliver a very special gift. Tensions boil over in a spaceship whose mission is to terraform a new planet, which happens to be occupied already. The tech Mongol tries on his new smart glasses prototype and discovers an unexpected feature: he can see people's souls. From IDW Publishing, we've got Judge Dredd number 24, Blacklight District conclusion. It's on. Hang on to your wigs and keys, citizens. Here comes the no-holds-barred brawl between Dredd and Judge Death that you've been waiting for, and this bloody you-know-what match will leave both changed forever. Next, we have Skylanders number 1 of 5. The smash hit video game and toy sensation Skylanders makes its comic book debut this fall. This all-new series will focus on fan-favorite characters and feature stories tying directly into the video games that cannot be found anywhere else. We've also got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 39. The ranks of Hobbs' gang are growing and 2 other mutants want in, Bebop and Rocksteady. Will they imperil the Turtles' wary alliance with Hob? And just what the heck are Don and Harold busy building? Read on to find out. And we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles New Animated Adventures number 16. This issue finds the Turtles going on some of their craziest adventures yet. Be it outrunning villains bent on their destruction or navigating the perils of friendship, the Turtles have their hands full. From Image Comics, we've got Cutter number 3. Cutter issues 1 through 4 weekly throughout October. What if that kid you and your friends picked on in your youth came back with a vengeance to kill you and your friends? That dark, guilt-ridden fear is the core of Cutter, a cautionary tale about the sins of your past coming back to haunt you. Jeremy lives a quiet life with his wife in a rural town. Successful and stable, Jeremy is the guy next door, but he and his high school friends share a dark secret, and when that secret literally comes back to haunt them, Jeremy must confront his past and his own sanity as he comes face to face with a vicious serial killer, the Cutter. From television writer Seamus Kevin Fahey and comics writer Robert Place Napton, with art by acclaimed horror artist Christian Dabari. Next we have Deadly Class number 8. King's Dominion School of the Deadly Arts is about to get some competition, as everyone's favorite animal-loving Scarface maniac is opening a little murder academy of his own. And look, he's brought some friends. Next we have Manifest Destiny number 11. What do you plan on using as bait? We've also got Mice Templar 4 Legend number 14. Carrick the Many, possessed by the red ant god Carrick's long prophesied dooms, becomes reality as the would-be savior of the mice becomes an instrument of vengeance for the great demon lord Donus and Nethir. On the very brink of restoration, the Templar find themselves trapped between the insatiable hunger of the many and the unstoppable insect guardians of the dusk and dawn. Plus, Hammer of the Gods returns to Image Comics in a 3-part story. Hands of the Dwarf by Michael Avon Alming and Mark Wheatley. The mythical Ratatas the squirrel that lives in the World Tree provokes a war and uses the cursed Modi to do it. We've also got Supreme Blue Rose number 4. People are disappearing from the world, people who may not have belonged in the world at all. Secret protocols are being activated. Diana Dane is on a lost highway. Nothing is what it seems. Next we have Trees number 6. Blindhail Station is a research post on Svalbard in the Arctic Ocean, where observers have been watching a tree since it landed 10 years earlier. Out here, out of sight of the world, something is changing, and it's going to change everything. And we've got Witchblade Case Files number 1. Take a look into the personal files of Sarah Bazzini. 19 years and 180 issues of juggling her career as both a law enforcement officer and the balance of good and evil means a whole lot of crooks, ne'er-do-wells, and straight-up monsters. And we've got the scoop on the worst of them. Includes a never-before-seen backup story from Talent Hunt runners-up. From Valiant Entertainment, we've got Q2, The Return of Quantum and Woody number 1 of 5. The most demanded return in comics is finally here. The original Quantum and Woody are back. Legendary creators Christopher Priest and M.D. Bright return to one of their most acclaimed series of the modern era for an all-new mini-series event. Whatever happened to the world's worst superhero team? 20 years past their prime, the unlikely crime-fighting duo known as Quantum and Woody, not a couple, have long since parted ways. And we've got Unity number 0. Before Exo Manowar, before Ninjak, the world was changed in the trenches. The unbreakable all-star super team known as Unity have saved the planet, and the world is in its debt. But is this the first time a band of exceptional heroes and soldiers has rescued humanity from a doomsday threat? The Eternal Warrior remembers, and 100 years ago, behind a curtain of barbed wire and corpses, he led another team of valiant champions on a life-or-death mission that changed the very course of history. Now, for the first time, find out why the world needs unity, and why there's always been one to stand against the threats no ordinary team could match. We also have several special reprints from Valiant for only $1, including Archer and Armstrong #1 by Fred Van Lint and Clayton Henry, Harbinger #1 by Joshua Dysart and Kerry Evans, Quantum and Woody #1 by James Asmus and Tom Fowler, Rye #1 by Matt Kint and Clayton Crane, Unity #1 by Matt Kint and Doug Braithwaite, Valiant Universe Handbook 2014, and Exo Manowar #1 by Robert Venditti and Kerry Nord. Okay, so that's a look at some of the top independent publishers this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the Marvel and DC videos for this week, as well as my usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.